We have breaking news. Let's get right to it.
Past 24 hours, we've seen 34 new cases of COVID-19 here in Utah.
Breaking news out of Utah, a magnitude 5.7 earthquake hitting just after 7 a.m. local time, about 10 miles west of Salt Lake City.
You need 100 to 150,000 tests a day.
Yes, welcome to the podcast. Don't really know what this podcast is going to be called, what it entails, but I'm glad that you click play and that you're coming on this journey with me. A lot going on right now. We are in quarantine. Well, not really mandatory quarantine here in Utah right now, but it is being highly suggested that you stay home, that you are not out with groups larger than 10, which is weird because they originally was like, people that are over the age of 60 do not go out, do not be around groups of that size, and so on and so forth, being a group over the amount of 20. But to my knowledge, that has changed. I'm not 100% sure how much that's changed. It's really kind of discouraging to have being told one thing but then being told another with this whole coronavirus thing. Man, so much going on. I am live on IG Live right now. Everybody on IG Live, hi. I'm currently podding. Don't really know what this podcast is going to be about, but if you want to join, please shoot me an invite and you can come on live with me and we can talk. Yeah. So a lot's going on in Utah. I mentioned the coronavirus. I mentioned the isolation, the quarantine. On top of that, last Wednesday we had an earthquake that hit. It was a 5.7 magnitude, 5.7, and it hit just on the west side of Salt Lake City. So if you're not familiar with Utah, it's just west of Salt Lake City. Pretty much, like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, Salt Lake City has a bunch of other like suburb cities within it, which is cool. But yeah, so Wednesday, 7:09 in the morning. Mind you, we're all quarantined, right? Meaning that we do not, most of us don't go to work inside the office. Me personally, I work in the medical field. So my whole company was like, yo, do not go in the office, work from home. Thank God I work for a company that's really understanding. They work with us so much, and they really put our safety first. And I really, really appreciate that. I know I'm bouncing all around. Like I said, this is my thoughts. I'm getting my thoughts out right now. IG Live is asking me what this is about. This is really, it's a Saturday. I decided to come to the studio. Mind you, I'm self-quarantining, so there's nobody else in the studio right now. There's nobody else even in our building. I didn't see nobody. I didn't hear nobody. So I figured it would be safe to come straight from my house to here to record this, and then maybe future state, maybe record a little bit at my house or something. But yeah, so right before the earthquake, right before it was really highly suggested to stay home, my company was able to send me home and sent me home with all my materials and everything like that. Let's see. Samson says, check out my music. Sorry, I'm checking IG Live right now, saying check out my music. It's all about preach. Yeah. So there's no, if you're on IG Live and you want to come on live with me, just send me a request and we can get you on the pod and we can talk. And it's about whatever. But yeah, sorry again, I'm jumping all over the place. But yeah, my life, I got home, I got all of my equipment home. I was able to work from home and feel safe about it. And I love it. I love it. I love working from home. Not really much has changed as far as my daily stuff in general. I was not around a bunch of crowds in general anyway. If I was around anybody, it was maybe tops 5 people. It wasn't a whole bunch. Most of the time, the most amount of people that I would be around was when I went to the bar to work. But now that where restaurants are closed here and bars are closed here in Utah and Salt Lake City, that second income is gone, so it's a little bit challenging there. But at the same time, it's a good thing because obviously I don't want to get sick, and if I am somebody that is carrying this virus, because to be honest with you, we don't know if we're all carrying this virus. We don't know if it even is a virus. I'm just going based upon the information that like the news is providing and things like that. There's a lot of conspiracy theorists out there, and I get it. The government isn't the one that we should put a whole bunch of trust in, right? So how do we know that they're telling us the truth? How do we know all this stuff, right? How do we know? And we really don't. We really don't know. It's about doing what's best for us and our family. And I think that self-quarantining, again, it's something I've been doing. I don't really go out much and hang out with a bunch of people. But it, I think it's something that we take serious, even if it is all a fluke. But yeah, Wednesday, and again, IG Live. If you are somebody, hi, I see Wonder in there. I see Young OG in there. Salute. If you are somebody on IG Live and you want to come onto the pod, just shoot me a request via IG Live. Yeah, so Wednesday we had a 5.7 earthquake. I'm at home at this point. It's 7:09 in the morning, and I literally get up to turn my alarm off because I slept in that day. And the rumble started happening, and I live like right on a tracks line. And for those of you that don't know, that's not familiar with Utah, tracks is our train station. It's our train, the railroad tracks. So this is a main railroad track. This is one that the Frontliner runs on. This is one that Amway, I believe. It's one of those big tracks. So we get trains all the time that go by, and it kind of shakes our place and whatnot. So I didn't really think nothing of it until the shit didn't stop. And then I was like, oh shit. And then it got heavier and it got stronger. And it honestly, like, this shit felt like it lasted forever. It felt like it was not gonna end. And so the first thing I do, I hop up and I'm yelling. I'm like, yo, where's the boys? Because I have 2 sons. And my girl's like, they're right here. And I was like, all right, shoes on, we gotta go. And so we put our shoes on. Low key, I ain't gonna lie, I might have put us in danger because I had to stop. I had to boo-boo. I had to boo-boo so bad. So I told my girl, I was like, yo, get the shoes on. I'm gonna go shit real quick. And so I'm in the bathroom. We just had a 5.7 earthquake hit us. And so I'm sitting there on the toilet. I'm like, damn, like, this is the one day that this shit is not cutting off quick. And so I get I get done doing my thing. And so, of course I wash my hands because we're not gonna contaminate. But yeah, so I after that, I grabbed my youngest, who is 19 months, grab him, and I'm running down the hall and whatnot, and we run down the emergency stairway and we get out of there. I give my son to my girl. I go downstairs to the basement to get my car, because that was another thing that worried me. I was like, oh shit, like, my car is in the basement, so if this shit crumbles, my car is gone and I'm fucked. Other than having insurance and probably getting a better car, but that wasn't running through my mind, other than I need to get the car out of there. So I go down there, I get the car out, I pull out, and everybody, because I live in an apartment complex, or if you want to be fancy, a condo, whatever you want to fucking call it. I live in a community though, And everybody at this point, I forgot to say, as I'm running down the hall, people are starting to open their doors, and they're kind of timid. I'm like, yo, we just had an earthquake. Get the fuck out. Like, are you guys good? Get out. Like, we got to evacuate. And so after that, I pull out and I hit the parking lot, and you can start to see all the families coming out. Everybody's like shook because since I've lived in Utah, I have never felt an earthquake. And to my timeline, looking at my timeline, it doesn't sound like a lot of people in Utah has felt an earthquake before. So this hands down was the scariest, the heaviest feeling earthquake that I've ever been in. And I've been in a couple in Portland. But yeah, you can just see the fear on everybody's face and their worry and their concern, and it's valid. It's a valid feeling. And man, I felt at that exact moment, like after when we're driving, because at this time we left the parking lot, we left my place, and we're heading over to my pops, because my pops lives just maybe about 10 minutes down the street in Glendale. And so we drove down to his house and make sure that him and my stepmom were good. And as I'm driving, I'm like, this really puts some things in perspective. As far as we ain't shit. We are not shit. Humans, we are not shit. If this earth was like, fuck y'all, I want everybody gone, the earth can do that just that quick and be gone. Peace. Here's a tornado. Peace. I'm wiping you out. Here's an earthquake. I'm wiping you out. Here's a tsunami. You gone. Right? Here's a fire. You gone. Here's a volcano. You gone. And so it makes you really think. Like, damn, we ain't shit. And as a father, and as somebody that as a husband and father, it's like, damn, like I have people looking up to me, like I have people looking up to me like, yo, what do we do? And at that point, I figured we just need to leave. We just need to get out of here. But there's only so much that I can do as a protector. And other fathers out there, you might feel the same way, or maybe you just were prepared. Maybe you were just super prepared, and you handled this like a champ, and you've been through earthquakes and shit. As a father that hasn't, it was eye-opening, and I think I handled myself the best way I could have, with making sure my kids were safe. And once we got to my pops' crib, making sure that my oldest son understood what an earthquake was, what just happened, explaining to him what that feeling is, and that it's okay to be scared, but at the same time that this is regular. Like it's regular that these earthquakes are happening. It's regular that these aftershocks are happening. Cuz said he said that the aftershocks has been crazy on IG Live. Yeah, the aftershocks has been wild. There was an aftershock. So we had the major earthquake, and that was the 5.7, and then that was at 7:09, and I think around like 4:30ish maybe we had another one that was no, it wasn't 4 o'clock. It was 1, because it was just when we got back to the crib. It was like maybe 1:14, 1:13ish. And oh, what's up, nephew? My nephew's in the IG chat. Or IG Live. Right after, so when we got home at 1:13, we got hit with a 4.2, I believe it was. That was the aftershock. And it shook. It shook almost as heavy as it did the first time. Except this time I was in the car, so I felt an earthquake in the car this time, and that was a weird ass feeling. But I let my son know that this is regular, but it's something that happens all across the world, and just something that we need to be better prepared at for next time. making sure that we have everything just in case. You know, the media says we got a big one coming. You know, scientists say that Utah has a big one coming. I don't know what that means. I don't know if that's a 6 point something or 7 point something, or if we see, up into the 9s. I don't know any of that shit. But what I do know is that this was an eye opener for me to hopefully prepare better for next time, because that shit was not fun. It was not cool. It was not cool. Nothing about that was cool. Man, yeah, the power. And the thing that's kind of weird is that while earthquakes are regular for Earth and around the world, and aftershocks are actually, to my knowledge, from what I've read, aftershocks are a good thing because it's relieving that pressure and it's settling back in. The plates are settling back in. It's wild that we just go back on with our day. Like, the earth just shook, my nigga. Like, the earth shook. You feel me? Like, that's not something that just happens, even though it's regular. I hope I'm not confusing anybody, but it's absolutely something that that you just got to be prepared for, or try to be prepared for as much as possible. Man, this shit got me. USOSamurai says, it made me realize how much I need to always have an emergency kit or bag ready. Absolutely. Having that bag ready. If you have a large family, which I know you have a couple of kids and stuff, that's something else. It's like, how big does this kit need to be? You know what I mean? Like, the people's anxiety has skyrocketed. People are fearful. On top of this damn corona, we got hit with an earthquake, so now we got to worry about not only food to just stay sheltered, but then food just in case we have another one that might take our shelter, right? Like, let's see. USOSamurai, you sent me a request. Let's see. Yeah, we can go live with you. All right. So, let's see. I've never done. Uso live. There you are.
What up?
Hey, what's going on, my brother? Can you hear me? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So tell me a little bit about you and the situation with the earthquake. This earthquake happened on Wednesday. Where were you at?
I was actually sleeping. I thought it was my alarm because I worked that morning, and when the earthquake was happening, my wife was laying next to me. She was like, babe, and I woke up and I was like, oh shit! I thought I was like in the Call of Duty when you first play and you wake up, and I was like, oh shit! Like, and then, yeah, it was just crazy, man. And
what city are you in?
I live in Rose Park, so I live like around like Jackson area, so like around downtown, like by the tracks. So
Gotcha.
That's where I stay. And then yeah, when it happened, like it was crazy because I got kids, and my wife has anxiety problems and stuff like that too. So it was just happened so fast that you had to just react and just go. And I told everyone, hey man, get in the car, like I ain't trying to be in this house right now. And then we got in the car, I ran back, just grab our baskets, whatever we had in clothes, and just chilled in the car for a minute until that shit stopped. But I was like, there's no way I'm not going to this house, so everything I hear is good, you know what I mean?
So you're in a single level home?
Yeah. We have a downstairs home, and then the people downstairs were running upstairs, and we're just telling everybody, hey man, it's time to get out, man, like ain't time to play. And then I called my boss because we're still working. We haven't got shut down yet. I told my boss, I was like, hey man, you tripping, I ain't coming to work. If that, like, I'm good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then he's like, no, it's all good, I understand. And it's just crazy how even people I don't talk to normally, I reached out to and was like, hey man, you guys good? Like, just checking up on them and making sure that they're fine, and just try and put things in perspective that our time here is just can end like that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's crazy.
Yeah, it's a weird feeling. Was that your first earthquake?
Yeah, man. I was born in Cali, but I was raised out here in Utah, so I say I'm from Utah. And yeah, it was just crazy. At first, I thought it was like a car hit us, like a car hit our because our house is by the in front of the street. And so I thought, oh man, a car like hit our house and shook. And I was like, oh, what the hell? I hella ran out and there's like nothing there, and it was still hella shaking. I was like, damn, it's just too crazy, man.
So you wake up, you get the family out. What's the feeling of your kids?
To be honest, they're still like a little scared. They're still like a little traumatized by it. They always ask about, even with the coronavirus, they're scared about that too, because they're not going to school. They're starting to do online schooling. So it's just a lot for them to take in, especially at their age. And then it's just, yeah, they're like, even the night after, they're like always asking, hey, is the earthquake gonna happen again, or are we okay? Are we safe? And I'm like, yeah, like don't worry, we're fine. Mom and dad are here, but it's just the fact that we have to ensure their safety is kind of hard. You know what I mean?
Especially when we have no control of the shit. Our kids,
Yeah,
they like I was mentioning, like our kids look at us like, Mom, Dad, you guys are our protectors. You need to protect us and take care of us. And Mom and Dad are scared too because we're dealing with nature. Like, there's nothing more powerful than nature. We can't control this shit.
yeah, for real. I was like, I think that's the thing that was kind of bothering me is that I'm like, dang, how do I? There's really nothing I can do besides just prepare for the next thing. You know what I mean? It's just crazy.
So did you already have a survival kit type of thing put together before the earthquake?
Oh, no, no, I didn't. I just woke up, put on whatever, and then made sure the first earthquake shock was like stopped, and then after that, it's like, all right, everyone get your clothes on, and then I just put everything in like baskets, and I said, all right, this is it for a couple of days, and then went in the car because I already have like water bottles and stuff in my van,
Yeah.
just in case for like quarantine and stuff like that. It's stored in there, so we don't have to use it. But yeah, it's just crazy.
Yeah, Pell in the chat says don't let your kids see you sweat, and I agree. Like you gotta,
Yeah,
it's as much as we have to, and as much as possible. Like we have to try to keep our cool through these situations, and as we deal with the aftermaths, right? Like we're dealing with, and I don't know if your family has the same feeling, but my family and myself, I have this like anticipation, like I'm just anticipating another one. You know what I mean?
yeah,
And so, and that's where anxiety comes into play, and having anxiety, and then that's when tempers, you have tempers and stuff like that, which is, can be troublesome in your relationship, right? You might be arguing with your lady and stuff, and I don't know, man. It's a lot to take in.
yeah, for real. Like that's why I was kind of like, yeah, I agree with him. Like we do need to stay, you know, um, I guess a little bit more stronger in front of them when stuff like this happens, because they rely on us and they look at us for safety, and as soon as they see us like starting to freak out, or you know what I mean, or just not all there, then they're gonna be like, oh, then something's really wrong. You know what I mean? So completely
Absolutely.
agree with him there.
Absolutely. They're saying what's up in the chat. Hey, everybody in IG. Um, Man, I am really glad that you decided to join. I appreciate you joining. Um, yeah. Do you have any last words before we kind of break?
Nah, man, just thank you for letting me be a part of your life for a minute. I know we're still trying to get together and work on some things. Yeah, I'm still got my shirts working, so hopefully I could get that ready for you. But it's
Yeah.
just crazy
For those of you
how,
that don't know, USOSamurai is a gamer, and I've been trying to get him on, and we had plans for April, and maybe we could still do it, but to be honest
yeah,
with you, our safety and the safety of our families is definitely more important. So
yeah.
we'll definitely get together, my man.
Yeah, I just want to let everyone know, man, stay safe out there. Take the necessary healthy precautions. You know what I mean? Check on your loved ones. Even the people you don't really get along with in your family, now would be the time to kind of just check up on them, make sure they're doing all right, and try and rebuild those bonds. I that's kind of where I'm at. I kind of keep my circle small, and so when that happened, I kind of had to like open up my heart and be like, hey, reach out to people that I know that have done me wrong in the past, but just kind of be like, that's petty now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You gotta, it's just crazy how 2020 with a lot of deaths happening with celebrities like Kobe and stuff like this happening. It's just, it takes you, it just makes you realize like, hey man, like you can't take life for granted. You gotta live it to the fullest, and show your love out there. That's pretty much what I want to tell everyone. Is just show your love, be safe, be healthy, and God bless. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate you, my man. Feel free to stay in the chat. But I gotta let you go.
All right, cool, man. Thank you, man.
Yep.
Appreciate it.
Peace.
All right, much love. Peace.
Okay. Yeah, thank you again, USOSamurai, for joining. Again, if you're just joining my live stream, this podcast, maybe you clicked on it. This was just really an opportunity for me to get out of my house, come over here to the studio. Again, I'm by myself, so I'm still self-quarantining, and really just get my thoughts out, and see what everybody else is doing. Everybody else is self-quarantining, so maybe you'll join the live. And if you have something to say, shoot me an invite. And I can get you on the live just like I did USOSamurai, and we can kind of chat it up. But man, yeah, I mean, he touched on Kobe Bryant's death in 2020. It's really hard to see the positive in everything that's going on in 2020 when we have so many challenges going on right now. And it's weird too, because I don't feel, and knock on wood and all that superstitious stuff, I haven't been touched by corona. Nobody that I know has gotten corona. Other than DJ Battleship, he told me that he has corona. Damn, we talk about this shit like it's like AIDS or something. Like, yo, he got the corona. And I'm not laughing to make fun of it, but I'm laughing because it's like it's really wild, man. It's a really wild time. The NBA is shut down. There's really nothing going on right now. Celebrities aren't touring. A lot of people have canceled a lot of shows. We have no idea how long this is gonna last. And hopefully it doesn't last long, because like I said, like being a DJ, that's my second income, and doing shows and being a part of shows, that's my second income. And a lot of people are out of their first and second income because of restaurants shutting down and things like that. I gotta throw a huge shout out to the A Bar Named Sue community. My coworkers there, man, they're out of work, and just overnight, like all this shit happened. There was no being prepared for it. If you're in that industry, they were told by the Utah government. They told that all restaurants need to close. We cannot have people or settings over 10 individuals in a setting. Like, so it put them out of work. And last night, actually, something really cool that happened was they did a tip your waiter type fundraising type of thing, and which was really cool. Let's see. I think my boy Pell is gonna be joining here soon. Joining the pod. Pell.
What up, my man? Go ahead and finish what you were saying, bro. I was listening to you. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just saying about how City Weekly put together a Tip Your Waiter fundraiser last night on Instagram and on social media. A Bar Named Sue threw out all of the Venmo accounts for all of the employees, and people had the opportunity to tip them, whether if it was $1, $10, whatever it was. And they seen a good turnout for that. So salute to everybody that helped donate with that, and we can continue to donate. Me personally, I don't have a lot of money. Like I said, I lost my second income for right now, but I know that I have a first income. Some of these people lost their first income, so extra $5 here, $10 there. That can go towards a couple meals, a couple things of meat. You know what I mean? Who knows how they use it? But yeah, man, it's a crazy time right now. Where were you with the earthquake, Pell? You were taking a shit, weren't you?
No, 100% honest. I was in the garage smoking.
Okay.
I was smoking some weed.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, I'm not even lying. I was literally out there. I was getting ready to go to work. And yeah, I can function at work after I smoke.
Allegedly. Everything's alleged.
Anyway, hey, so far so good, man.
All right. So you're in the garage.
And then all of a sudden I heard the garage start like slamming, and I thought it was a large gust of wind. And then all of a sudden I just started feeling the shaking. And I threw everything down and ran in the house because the wifey and my baby was in the bed, you know what I'm saying? So I ran right in there to check on them. And by the time I hit the door, wifey was already up like, what's going on? What's going on? Because it's her first earthquake that she's experienced. So she was tripping. And I just stood there in the doorway for a minute, just making sure everything was good and kind of waited till the shaking stopped. But it was crazy because even after the shaking stopped, you just felt this little like, you know what I mean? It was almost like you was on a roller coaster ride or an elevator or something. It was the weirdest feeling ever. Like I was in the earthquake when I was younger in California, which I woke up to. You know what I mean? And so this one, I was actually already awake, and I kind of thank God for that because I can't imagine being woke up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's traumatizing. Like even even my wifey's traumatized. Luckily, little man, he slept right through it.
Oh, good.
My teenage son was at one of his boys' house. He slept through it.
Damn, he didn't feel it?
No, he didn't feel it, man. His boy's dad walked in the room, was like, y'all feel that? And they was kind of like, what? Like, then they felt the aftershock, and then they kind of felt that. But I guess people still been feeling them too. I've been feeling them a little bit here and there, but I guess people still feeling them.
There was one this morning. It hit probably about 11:30, and it registered in Magna at a 3.5. I felt it in Murray.
Did you?
Yeah. Yo.
You know, sometimes you don't know because it's like now it's got everybody tripping. You wonder if you actually are feeling something or if if it's just your imagination. But it's a trip, man. You know, ever since I was a kid, I used to always worry because I know, we're on the fault line. So I used to always worry about the big one ever since I was little. Every time I would hear them talk about it on the news, you know what I mean? So it's always stressed me out. And this is the first time, a lot of us done felt something like that out here in Utah.
Yeah.
So that shook everybody up, man. Like that was a trip. Thank God it wasn't the big one. But it just shows you how fast it can happen.
Oh man, in a blink of an eye, that shit.
Without you even knowing it, man. There's no expecting it. There's no warning.
No, there's not.
Damn.
It's wild too because everything has happened so fucking quick. With this corona, with companies being shut down, with people being rushed to work from home, with food being gone, like with toilet paper being gone, everything. It's all going so quick.
Man. This is my opinion on that. This is kind of what I think. No matter what it is, what kind of message we're supposed to take from it, I think it definitely shows people that you just can't take life for granted. You can't take the people, your family for granted, your loved ones for granted. You can't take being able to go to the store and simply get those things for granted. Like everything has been snatched from us so quick. And none of us ever thought this would happen.
No.
None of us ever thought something like this would happen in our lifetime. And now we're really seeing it. You know what I mean? And it's crazy. Like I went out yesterday to McDonald's and was able to get some food. And I was like, how late y'all open? And it was like, oh, we open till 10, the drive-thru, obviously. But it made me feel a little piece of sanity to know that a little bit of shit still going on out here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like everything ain't completely shut down like other places. But man, it's crazy, man. This is nuts.
How do you feel being a father and having something this, I'm going to say life-changing because I feel like I don't feel like we're going to go back to normal. I think that we're all going to be, I don't want to say on edge, but I feel like we're anticipating worse shit to happen. So how do you feel being a father and having all this shit going on right now?
Well, being a father, one of my main concerns, first of all, with the coronavirus is my little man. He's only 3, but he's already been to the hospital twice since he's been born with like some respiratory issues. And so that's been my main concern. I'm like, I don't care if I get it, which I do because I don't want to spread it to him. But I mean, like, I know my body can handle it. You know what I'm saying? I know, but him, I stress and worry about. But that's why I was just saying with your boy earlier, he was just talking to us. Like, I try not to let them see me sweat about it. It's like we all have that switch. I mean, look where we were thousands and hundreds of years ago even. You know what I mean? They didn't have resources and somehow they still got by. And we're tripping because we got all this shit shutting down around us. But it's like you still have to keep a level head for one, just to get through it and know what you're gonna do and what you're gonna do for everybody else. Cause even, wifey been a little bit on edge about it. You know, I got my 16-year-old. He's not stressing a whole lot, but he's still paying attention. And then little man, he don't really know a whole lot what's going on because we try not to show him that. But
Yeah.
I got to be the strong man of the family to try to keep everything together. And I feel like that's what a lot of people got to do is you just got to stay headstrong. It's all up here. You got to stay headstrong. But you know, I try not to let them see it. I try not to let them see me sweat. I'm just trying to keep everybody level headed. But man, like you just don't know. And I think that situations like this, no matter what happens when we come up out of it, I think everybody's going to be a lot more prepared for if something like this ever happens again, which, you know, it only happens every so often. Like the big flu they had in like 1918 or some shit like that. I don't even remember what year it was, but it was a long time ago, killed millions of people. But it seems like it comes in waves every so often. You know, I'm 36 years old, and this is the first time I've ever, you know, dealt with something like this. But I bet you from now on, once things get back to normal, once the stores stock up and everybody's just back to normal, I'm gonna be that guy that's stocking up on a little bit of extra shit here and there.
Yeah.
You know, I might boost up my weapon game a little bit. Maybe some, you know, I see people, you know, we always kind of clown the doomsday preppers, but it's like, you know what I mean? Right now,
Yeah.
it's like, sheesh.
Yep.
I wish I was a doomsday prepper. You know what I mean? Like, fuck,
Hey, they
man.
just converted Pell. I think they
Yeah,
converted
for
a
real.
lot of people though.
Yeah, absolutely, man. So I'm gonna think, you know, twice when shit gets back to normal.
Yeah, I told my girl, I was like, you know, we're good as far as supplies and stuff goes. Obviously, we still have clean water. I'm not worried about the water right now, but obviously, I got a few, you know, bottles tucked away and stuff like that. But even right now, I told my girl, I was like, even though we have a lot and we're good, if you see a box of diapers, go ahead and
Hell
snag
yeah,
it.
snatch it. Yep.
Yo, go
Yep.
just get one. Like we're good. We don't need a whole 10 boxes of diapers, but yo, if you see one, just go ahead and grab it. And our son might outgrow it. That means that we can give that to the next person, right?
Yeah.
So
Well, it's crazy because like go ahead, my bad.
no, you go, brother. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say about 2 weeks ago, right when shit first started hitting the fan, I went to Winco because I'm like, damn, everybody talking about the water's gone. So I went to Winco and they had a whole wall full of water. So I just went and grabbed one case. I didn't even grab two. I just went and grabbed one case, went to the toilet paper aisle. There was toilet paper. Luckily, I grabbed a bigger case than I normally get.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, boom, right after that shit hit the fan and shit was gone. And I'm still going off of that case of water and I'm still going off of that case of toilet paper, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, thank God I maybe wish I would have grabbed one or two more, but I'm still going off of that. And I don't feel like we need to be hoarding the shit. You know what I mean? We just bought a water purifier from off eBay.
There you
Boom.
go.
Now we could use tap water, put that shit in the fridge, and drink off of that if it really comes down to it. I mean, I've been paying attention. They saying that it ain't really it's not in the water, and we ain't got to worry about the water being contaminated. So you got all the free water you need right there. You know what I mean? So,
I think too, as you know, as like you said, nobody has had a case of being sick off of the water, so I think we're good there. But you know, if shit really goes bad, and we're not talking about Corona, we're talking about the earthquake fucking up our pipes and shit below.
Yeah.
You know, that's another worry. And so it's like, how do you not give yourself anxiety worrying about the what ifs?
I do. I'm probably one of the worst people at that. That's probably why right now I'm a little bit more level headed because I'm always one that I expect the worst and hope for the best. You know what I'm saying? So I always go into a situation. So, you know, sometimes it's been an issue, but because I always think that, you know, just like I say, the worst. I might be thinking somebody's gonna, you know, say some shit or talk some shit or whatever, and then come to find out it's not even what I thought it was. So I mean, I've been kind of used to preparing like that. But yeah, man, it's all about staying level headed, bro.
I see Bobby B Mac in the chat. What's going on?
Hey,
DJ Freshness.
what's up, my dude? Hey, I see you working. Oh my goodness.
I just dropped a reaction video to Hollywood Kilo.
I gotta watch the whole thing. I seen the teaser.
Yeah, we did that last week. I got lazy, and that's another thing, man. Is that, you know, with everything that's going on, don't let yourself get stir crazy. Like, you gotta the mental health portion of this shit is extremely important. It's something that I don't even know who to ask or who to talk to about it, because I feel like a lot of people haven't really been through anything like this.
Yeah.
So it's like, make sure you're protecting your mental, protecting your light, because shit can go really wrong real quick. Even outside of Corona, even outside of natural disasters up here, like your mind, you can make yourself go crazy. You can really fuck up a lot of shit. So
Yeah, like the memes have been saying, man, you before the coronavirus even touches you, the shit been already touching your mind.
yep.
You know what I'm saying? And just a quick thing, I don't know for the people that watch or the people that might watch this. So I've been seeing a couple things that they're kind of telling you some things to like try to adhere to kind of stay safe as you can. But they're saying to drink warm liquids instead of cold liquids. So like ice water, even though it's all good and shit, they're saying right now to try to avoid this shit, you drink warm liquids, tea, hot cocoa, you know what I'm saying, warm water, room temperature water. Hot showers and baths, they say that it sticks in your hair and on your clothes a lot. So if you end up going out into the public,
Oh shit.
as soon as you get home, don't even sit down on the couch. Go straight to your shower or bath. Wash that shit out. Gargle once or twice a day with salt water. They say because that does something with the lining of your throat to help the virus not being able to get in there as much and is as well.
Word.
So things like that. These are some precautions that I've been hearing. You know, just everybody stay safe. Obviously, wash the hands.
Yes.
You know, if your kids, it's all about that keeping everything sanitized. So yeah, man, just want to spread that just so people watching can, you know what I'm saying, try to adhere to some of that. But yeah, man, everybody stay safe, man. We're gonna get through this though.
Yes.
We're gonna get through this. You know, I think a lot of the media and shit does have a lot of people spooked and panicked because it's something we ain't never seen before.
Yeah.
So everybody's wondering what to do, you know, what to do. But if you think about it, it's not a whole lot different from the flu. I mean, people die from the flu as well. You just got to really take care of yourself. And right now, we're in a crazy time. So I hope everybody stays sane. Keep doing your workouts. I've been doing home workouts, you know what I'm saying? Can't go to the gym, so I've been doing shit at home. So, you know what I'm saying? Stay trying to get a routine down, everybody. You know, don't just sit idle and worry and watch the news. You know, keep trying to live your normal life, even if it's inside of your house, you know, stay busy.
Yes. And be sure to I mean, you're quarantined anyway, so go watch some of the movies that Pell has helped out with and got done.
Yeah, man. Hell yeah. If you want Amazon, you got Amazon Prime. Go check out Dear Lord. Go check out Fear Level. Go check out Implicit Invitation. Go check out the Journey documentary by J.D. Allen. Go check out what else?
Simone Gold.
Simone Gold 1, 2, and 3. Yeah, man. Go check them out if you're bored. Amazon Prime.
The Young OG Perspective. Pell was on there. Go check that out. That's on YouTube now.
Man, all y'all guys are doing your thing, man. I really love it, man. I do. And I like that you're doing this right now. This is dope. You know what I'm saying? I thought about maybe going live or something. Like, it's something just to keep shit, you know. Yeah. While we all sitting home, you might as well do something.
Yep.
Communication, man.
Create content, man. And I think, honestly, I think talking about this shit relieves some of that anxiety as well.
It really does, especially when you get other people's perspectives on it. You know what
What's up, little man?
Say messy hair, don't care.
Hey.
We quarantined up.
My son has the same hair right now.
Yeah.
Cool, Pell. Well, man, I appreciate you checking in. Love. And I'll talk to you soon, my brother.
Sounds good, my man. Take care, fam.
Stay blessed.
Peace.
All right. Big shout out to Pell again for joining. We're coming up on 42 minutes. I was honestly not expecting to go this long, man. I appreciate everybody tuning in. Bobby B. Mac, I got my my review of Hollywood Kilo's video out now on YouTube. Before I close out, anybody else want to join my live real quick? Anybody else want to join the podcast? We had USOSamurai on earlier. We just finished up with Pell. Really good conversation with both of them brothers. So I appreciate them joining. But yeah, I don't know what to even call this. Do we call it Quarantine 2020 podcast? Do we call it the Isolation Protocol 2020 podcast? I don't know. I don't know what we're going to call this, but maybe I'll do another one here soon. I appreciate everybody listening and tuning in to IG Live. Be sure to follow me at Dre Rocka everywhere. And yeah, go on to YouTube, All Rock on YouTube, ALLRAWK on YouTube. Go check out some of the content on there. Stay safe. Keep your family safe. Stay alert, but don't worry. Like Pell said, man, we'll get through this. Everybody have a good day and take care. I'll talk to y'all soon. Peace.